I thought she was my sister. I thought she was my soulmate. Anna was my best friend. We shared everything. Our dreams, our fears, and even our secrets. I trusted her with my life. She was always there for me. At least that's what I believed, but I was wrong. So wrong. One day I found out the truth. A truth that shattered my heart into pieces. It wasn't just a small mistake. It wasn't something I could forget or forgive. I couldn't understand why she did it. Why she betrayed me like that. I kept asking myself, how could she? I never thought my best friend, the person I loved like family, could hurt me so much. Let me tell you everything from the beginning. Anna and I met in school. I was 7 years old. She was sitting alone drawing. Her picture was of a tree. I said, "That's so pretty." She looked up and smiled. "Do you think so?" she asked. "Yes." "You're really good." From that moment, we became friends. We played together every day. We shared snacks during lunch. She loved peanut butter sandwiches. I loved cheese crackers. We always traded half. At recess, we played tag. We ran, laughed, and fell. Sometimes we would sit quietly. We talked about everything, our dreams, fears. She wanted to be an artist. I wanted to be a teacher. When we turned 10, Anna moved. Her family bought a new house. It was far from school. I thought we'd lose touch. But we didn't, not even close. We wrote letters every week. Her letters were full of drawings. She drew funny faces, flowers, hearts. I kept every single one. During the summer, we had sleepovers. We stayed up telling stories. We made up silly songs. We laughed until our stomachs hurt. We promised to stay friends forever. "We're like sisters," Anna always said. She even gave me a bracelet. It had tiny red beads. "I made it for you," she said. I wore it every day. It was my favorite thing. Whenever I felt sad or scared, I looked at the bracelet and smiled. By the time we were teenagers, our friendship was stronger than ever. We talked about boys and school. We helped each other with homework. If I had a problem, Anna always had the answer. She listened to me without judging. People at school called us inseparable. "If you see Anna," they'd say, "you'll see her best friend too." That's how close we were. I believed nothing could change us. I trusted her with my secrets. I thought she'd always protect me. But life isn't always kind. Sometimes it takes what you love. I didn't know then. I didn't see the signs. But one day, everything changed. As we grew older, life changed. Anna and I went to college. We didn't go to the same one. Her college was in another city. I stayed close to home. At first, I was worried. "What if we drift apart?" I asked. Anna smiled and shook her head. "Never," she said. "We're forever." We texted every single day. Sometimes we stayed on video calls. Even when we were busy, we found time to talk. When Anna came home on breaks, we went back to our routines. Movie nights, coffee dates, and laughs. It felt like nothing had changed. After college, things got harder. Anna got a job right away. I wasn't so lucky. I applied to so many places, but no one called me back. One night, I felt hopeless. "I'll never find a job," I said. Anna was on the phone with me. "You will," she said confidently. "Keep trying. Don't give up." Her words gave me strength. The next day, I applied again. A week later, I got an interview. Anna was the first person I called. I knew it. She said excitedly, "You're amazing. You've got this." When I finally got the job, Anna was more excited than me. "We have to celebrate," she said. She took me out for dinner. We talked about our dreams again. Her dream of being an artist. My dream of becoming a manager. A few months later, Anna had news. Big news. "I'm engaged," she said. Her voice was full of joy. I could feel her happiness. I screamed with excitement. "Who's the lucky guy?" I asked. She told me his name, Ryan. "He's everything I've ever wanted," she said. "He's kind, funny, and hardworking." She showed me a picture of him. He looked perfect. Her engagement party was beautiful. She wore a blue dress that sparkled. Ryan stayed by her side all night. They looked so happy together. I couldn't stop smiling. She deserves this, I thought. As I watched them together, I felt a mix of emotions. I was happy for Anna, but I also felt a little sad. Would her marriage change our friendship? Would we still be as close? Anna noticed my quietness. She took my hand and said, "You'll always be my sister." Her words brought tears to my eyes. I believed her, but deep down I worried. Life was changing so fast. I didn't know what was coming next. After Anna got engaged, things changed. She started acting different, more distant. At first, I didn't notice. She was busy planning her wedding. That's what I told myself. She stopped calling every day. Our texts became shorter, less personal. Sometimes she didn't reply at all. When I asked if she was okay, she'd say, "Just so busy." I wanted to believe her, but something felt off. She canceled small plans like coffee dates. "It's just work," she'd say quickly. One day, we planned something big. We were going to the lake. It was our favorite spot. We always went there together. That morning, she texted me, "I can't make it today." No reason, no explanation, just that. I called her, but she didn't answer. I texted back, "What's going on?" She replied hours later, "Sorry, something came up." I stared at the screen, confused. This wasn't like Anna. She always told me everything. I tried to let it go, but in my heart I knew. Something was wrong between us. I just didn't know what. It happened by accident. I wasn't looking for anything. I didn't expect to find it. But when I did, it broke me. Anna and I were at her place. She left her phone on the table. While she was in the kitchen, it buzzed with a message. I glanced at the screen. It was from someone named Mike. The preview said, "Last night was amazing." My heart sank. Mike was my ex, the one I thought I'd marry, the one who broke my heart. I couldn't help myself. I picked up her phone. I opened the messages. There were dozens of texts, flirty, romantic, and way too familiar. They talked about meeting in secret, about things they did together. My hands were shaking. My chest felt tight. How could she do this? Anna came back into the room. She saw me holding her phone. Her face turned pale. "What are you doing?" she asked. "What is this, Anna?" I shouted. She tried to grab the phone. "Give it back," she yelled. Tears streamed down my face. "How long, Anna? How long?" She didn't answer right away. Then she whispered, A few months. A few months? I screamed. You've been with him behind my back? You lied to me, Anna. Why? Her eyes filled with tears too. I didn't mean to hurt you, she said. It just happened. It just happened? I shouted again. You're supposed to be my sister. How could you betray me like this? She started crying harder. I was lonely, she said softly. Ryan and I were fighting. Mike was there, and we connected. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. You connected with my ex? The one who broke me? Anna reached for my hand. Please forgive me, she begged. I made a mistake. I'm so sorry. I pulled my hand away. You didn't just make a mistake, Anna. You destroyed everything we had. The room felt cold, silent. I grabbed my bag and left. I couldn't stay there anymore. Outside, the tears wouldn't stop. My best friend, my sister. She had shattered my trust. I didn't know if I'd ever heal, but I knew one thing for sure: nothing would ever be the same again. After that day, I made a decision. I couldn't stay close to Anna. I needed to protect myself. So I cut her off completely. It wasn't easy at first. She tried to call me. She sent me long messages, but I didn't reply to any. I felt so many things: anger, sadness, confusion, and pain. How could she betray me? The person I trusted the most. Some days I missed her. I missed our talks and laughs. But then I'd remember the truth. She wasn't who I thought. I spent a lot of time alone. At first it felt so empty. I cried in my room often. I avoided people and stayed quiet. But slowly I began healing. I started journaling my thoughts. I wrote about my pain. It helped me see things clearly. I realized something important. Anna's actions weren't about me. Her choices reflected her own issues. I didn't deserve what she did. I also learned to value myself. I deserved friends who respected me, people who wouldn't lie or betray me. One day, I looked in the mirror. I said out loud, "You're enough." It felt strange, but also freeing. I started saying it every day. Little by little, I felt stronger. I met new people, made new friends. Not everyone will hurt you, I realized. And the ones who do aren't worth it. This experience changed me forever. It hurt deeply, but I grew stronger. I learned a lesson I'll never forget. Even the closest people can hurt us, but their betrayal doesn't define us. It doesn't mean we're unworthy. For a long time I felt broken, but now I see my strength. I survived something painful and grew. I found light in the darkness. I stopped blaming myself for everything. Anna's actions weren't my fault. I didn't deserve her betrayal. And I don't deserve less than honesty. Life isn't perfect, and neither am I, but I'm proud of who I'm becoming. I know my worth now, finally. I won't let anyone dim my light again. To you listening to my story, remember, you are strong too. If someone hurts you, it's not the end. It's a chance to start fresh, learn from your pain, grow from the challenges you face, and never forget you are enough.